Hey guys, Donna Joy from Donna Joy Coaching, also the creator of the Facebook group, The Online Marketing Geeks. Reason I'm whispering and I look a bit disheveled is that I'm just about to head to bed. My husband's already asleep, so I don't want to wake him. But I was in the shower and I was having a think about something that I had heard this week about the correct way to split test, and I kind of started linking things together and putting together how with Facebook advertising how that would work, and I just wanted to share it with you kind of before I forgot all about it. Okay, so I don't know how many of you are running Facebook ads, but you may have seen in the last few months Facebook brought in a new feature to be able to split test an ad. So basically I used to split test by running two different ads, the same audience, but now they've brought in this feature. But I want to say, just when I ran it, don't split test that way is what I want to say, because what tends to happen is when you let something like Facebook or even ClickFunnels split test for you, is that it starts to see that one ad is performing better than the other, and then it actually starts directing traffic to that ad rather than the other one, and then you're not getting a true split test, okay? Because when you first start an ad on a Facebook, it takes a while to settle, and you'll find that initially the price will be higher, and then over the next few days it'll kind of come down, and then sometimes it goes down and comes back up, and then it jiggles up and down a little bit, but it takes a few days to settle the price and to sort of get into the groove. And when Facebook starts to direct traffic, like look at that initial thing, and then it directs traffic more to one than the other, then you're not getting a true split test. I mean, a split test should be 50% traffic run to each ad for a set period of time, and then you look at the results. Okay, so don't let Facebook split test for you. If you're going to split test ads, you want to set up ads with just one thing different. So it might be exactly the same text with a different picture, or it might be the same picture with slightly different text. Okay, you don't want to have more than one thing changed, otherwise you won't know exactly what it was about the winning ad that made it better than the other. Okay, and this is what we want to do. We want to keep tweaking and tweaking. So split test is about tweaking, small tweaks, and tweaking and tweaking and tweaking until and continuously improving, bringing down the cost of our ad, bringing up the action on the ad until we get as good as we can get, basically. So you want to run two different ads but to the same audience, so you can have them in the same campaign, even in the same ad set, so running to the same audience, but then you set two separate ads up. Okay, now this is where I bring in what I heard this week about the correct way to split test. I won't say the correct way, but a really effective way to split test. Because as I said, when you first start running an ad, like ad A against ad B, even if you're not split testing them the way Facebook wants you to, but you're running two different ads, they're kind of jiggling up and down, and you start to think, oh, this ad's like, doing really amazingly well, and you can, this ad, right? What the person I was listening to, whose name I can't remember, I'm sorry, and I will as soon as I remember it, I will put in a comment below, because I'm not taking credit for this idea at all. It's not my idea, I'm sharing it with you. Okay, so what this man said was that you need to split test four things. You need to split test, so we split test, instead of split testing A against B, you need to split test A against A against B against B. So A and A plus, B and B plus. So four ads running at the same time to exactly the same market, okay, to exactly the same audience that you've chosen, to say on Facebook, okay. And the two A's are identical ads. There's nothing different about them. The two B's are identical ads. There's nothing different about them, okay? But what you'll see is that A and A will be performing differently. And as if they were different, you'd be going, oh, that one's outperforming that one. You'd shut one down. But they'll perform differently. But what they said is that you can't start to compare A and B together until the A's equal out and the B's equal out. So I hope I'm making sense here. So you want to run the ad with the four different sets going, so two A's and two B's, and then you can't actually start to relate A to B until the A's are matching each other and the B's are matching each other, and then you know that you've got a true sense of what's really happening with that audience, okay? So I was really excited when I heard that, because that made total sense to me, because sometimes I'm like, oh my God, and I shut down after a few days and I think, well, hang on, was it? Oh my God, did I shut down too soon? Maybe I should open it back up again. That's the other thing too I want to talk about when you're running ads in Facebook, especially if you're split testing, but just ads in general, seeing their effectiveness. Sometimes you can run an ad and you might be attracting too broad a market within your ad. So the picture that you might be running might be attracting slightly the wrong type of people for what you're offering, okay? Or it might be that the picture might be attracting too broad a market for what the actual offer is. So you might have one ad that's actually quite niche specific with the picture and with the text, and then you might have the same text, right? And they're running to the same offer. Okay, so here's the same opt-in page. So you've got one ad that might be very niched and very niche specific, and without realizing it, the other ad that you've created, the picture is not as niche specific, so it's bringing more people in, right? So more people are coming to the opt-in page from ad B than to ad A, right? So if you were just to look at Facebook's costings, you would say, oh, hey, ad B is bringing a lot more people in per day for the same amount of money. The cost per click's a lot lower. I'm going to shut ad A down, right? What you need to be doing is you actually need to be seeing how many people from each ad are actioning out and actually going through that opt-in. All right, so you might find that half the people that come from ad B don't opt in, whereas only 1/3 of the people from ad A don't opt in because you're more niche specific. So one way to do this is with a tool called ClickMagick. So magick.com. So ClickMagick.com. It allows you to create links. So you take that opt-in landing page link, you put it in, you create a link off that, right? So you've got a link from that. And it's kind of a redirect link, but it's checking. And then what you can do, you can see through your funnel, you can take a tracking pixel from ClickFunnels as well and put it into your funnel. So you can actually, you've got them coming to the opt-in page, and then you put the tracking pixel onto the thank you page, and then that is collecting information on how many people are actually coming through. But what you can do, which is really clever, so just say you've got ad A and ad B, they're coming in. So using that same link from ClickMagick link in the Facebook ad, and then what you do is you put a / ad A / ad B. Okay, so now they've got the same link running with the /ad A /ad B, and then they're both coming to that opt-in page, and then that tracking pixel that you've taken from from ClickMagick that you've put into your thank you page is then counting who's coming through, but it can see whether they're from ad A or ad B. So you can actually go in to ClickMagick and you can click on the action in the table of where you've got your link, and then you've got all these things from that link, and one of them is the A in the action. That's telling you how many people actually came through the funnel. So you might have an opt-in page that's converting at 40%, which is pretty good, right? So 100 of the people who come to that opt-in page are going through at 40%. But now you'll be able to click on that A and see exactly how many of them came from ad A and ad B. And you might find, just say ad A has 30 people a day coming to the opt-in page, ad B has 50. You might find that 20 of those 30 convert in ad A, but only 15 of the ones from ad B do, because you were attracting the wrong market in. So you were a broader market coming in. When they got to your opt-in page, they went, oh no, I'm not interested in that. Whereas because ad A was bringing in a more niche specific field, it was actually bringing the correct people to your opt-in, and then they were converting better. Okay, so there's a few things about split testing. So one, you don't want to use Facebook split testing method. Two, you want to run your own ads. Two, you want to run 4 ads, so 2 A's and 2 B's, and do not look at A versus B until the A's and the B's equal each other. But C, you want to be using a ClickMagick link with a / and give that ad a number and track it. Okay, so I write them down in books and track them. And each day I go in and I look at the cost per click versus how many actually came through, and then I work out the real cost per click, okay? Not what Facebook is telling me. So you want to be tracking them and working it out yourself. And then you actually want to be looking at the action that's coming through and then working out from there which ad is more effective. Okay, so I hope you got something out of that. And I'm going to go to bed now, so you guys all have a good day or a good night wherever you are.